Alright, cool. Alright, welcome to Stealth Artisan Live. I am Ashler, your host and artist. We can get started here pretty soon. We'll move this back up again, get that BitTunes working, and we'll transition into some art here. We're going to be working on this sketch that I did a little while ago, cleaning it up, and probably throwing some gray tones and color on it is the plan. And I'm gonna throw a little bit of tunes in the background here. See how this playlist goes. Okay, I'm trying to currently move my chat box a little bit out of the way here, and also my OBS box. Okay. Well, let's test to see if my brush and stuff are working. We may have to restart Photoshop if they're not, which won't take too long. No, it looks like we're good. We're good. It's always nice when it doesn't script on the drivers. Okay, setting to ink. Last time that I was messing around in Photoshop, I was doing what was I doing? I was working on a drawing I call cast. It's kind of, in a weird way, roughly based around Geiger type art. So I may end up, after finishing this one, jumping onto that. Is my thing set to caps? I think it probably is. Gotta go. If I don't have that dot showing up, for some reason, I don't draw as well. Alright, I really dig how her eyes are. They are one of my favorite things about this picture. I'm trying to retain what we have in this sketch. And yet still clean it up. That was a pretty cool little song going on there. would I go to find that? I'm pretty sure it's gonna be in my Twitch bookmarks. And it should probably be like at the very bottom, I would assume. Somewhere else. Would it be higher than that maybe though? Tuition, I mean, yeah. Hmm. Oh, that might be it. That other one might be it. Is it lo-fi hip-hop chill study? Is that one? What did I just choose? Lo-fi hip-hop radio beats to relax study to. So I don't know. This might. So what else maybe we do? There's a chance I may jump on to the snake piece that I was working on. Try to work on that. There's a chance I may try to work on satire. There's also a chance that I may try to do something with what is it? Elsewherever. Okay, what do we need to do with lips here? Just that. Need to stay or go? Hmm. Don't know if that really can work. It would be nice if I could, with the posts, know if there's a way to do it with a picture. I think if I were to do it via upload, I could maybe do it. I'm not sure if there's any other way. Let's do this full thing. I think I should switch my music over to that other thing. Okay, let's do that because I want to be able to have my phone. BA. What's the problem with it? Because I have two apps. I have normal YouTube app, and then I have another app that's basically does YouTube, but it allows it to play on top of everything. See how long it takes that to start back up. Alright. Look on this thing. I think I'm gonna start here really soon, throwing down my colors and shadows. So I believe I already have them loosely done here and there. Did not share it though because they were really rough, and thought it would be better to show the sketch of just the ink lines. Huh. Man. Really need to see if I can't fix that. There's a long time for it to load in stuff. Here, let's try task manager and see if we can move up the priority on these things. That's high already. Let's do real time, change priority. And priority real time. Okay, and we will file. Save real quick. Current progress. I need to still clean up the ear. A lot of this, the garb that she's wearing needs a lot of help. Mustache accessories are needed. How you doing, Zoom? This I think I can probably easier do this. Retransform, no, maybe. Stop. Looks like a mustache kind of thing. I have no idea what that means. I'm doing okay. Tempting to do some art because haven't been doing that. I've been playing too many video games. Which is fine, but let's see here. No, need to, what is it? Get a little bit of time in so I don't feel weird about it or guilty or whatever. As long as I'm streaming when I'm gaming, it's kind of fine either way, but I haven't been doing that as efficiently either. Did you do anything interesting yesterday? That's funny. Alright, let's continue without the mustache. We may draw another one as we come across another minute of silliness. What about Arkin killing dinos? Yeah, I should have streamed that shit. That was an amazing. Us like being all weird and shit. That was pure gold. I feel so bad that wasn't placed into the internet ether. It needed to be a part of the subconscious mind of the internet when it rises from its primordial soup and destroys us all. Or becomes the opposite of that, which is a really interesting idea. That'd be a weird, cool story to write. I wonder if that...
What this is saying then is, you don't know how you manage to be conscious, how you manage to grow and shape this body of yours. That doesn't mean to say that you're not doing it. Equally, you don't know how the universe shines the stars, constellates the constellation, and galactifies the galaxies. You don't know.
I didn't even think about streaming at the time. Yeah, I don't know. We were at like the tail end of just being kind of exhausted and just tired. I felt at that point, so it wasn't like an idea of something to do, but usually that's the best time to do it. Stream when you're exhausted is usually good stuff happens. Especially the loopy exhausted is what I'm talking about. When you're kind of drunk off of your loopiness. It gets silly. It becomes entertaining. So I know that happens for myself. on here with this? What's supposed to be happening? This is coming down, sagging. Sagging, I guess that can be kind of loosely shadowed in. I guess I could just decide to break that open and do the other shadow work there. Let's go ahead and grab some of that and play around with it. Radio music. I don't know, it's some kind of what is this? Lo-fi hip hop chill steady radio beats live. So they're just throwing a bunch of chill music. Which I'm not sure if it's I think it's more on the EDM side of things, where they're taking old stuff or chill music and mixing it. Thinking this is too dark. Yeah, for this initial stuff. Thing is I may have to cut this up though, if I end up doing it this way. Did I ever play Mafia? Marathi music. I'm not playing, what is it, Wildlands. That's Wildlands music right there. And it's probably going in the I'd lie. That usually happens on the weekends. And I think it's too when it actually does actually happen here. There's a couple of families that live kind of directly behind me that do that. Which one? Which one is it? Oh, I should do this. I need to. It's dangerous to do this, but I'm gonna try to do it. You just have to remember. Let's see here. I'm gonna try to do something here and see if I can't copy. Can you let me copy that link? Copy. I'm going to do it, paste it one more time.
This is that once in a lifetime.
Chat. Let's see if that works. If I can click it. Let's pause this. Oh yeah. I do remember this. Perfect. 10 out of 10. Spot on. Watch out for those sparks. Kinda wanted to throw it like this a little bit. Did you guys play yesterday? Or end up playing? I know you sent out a thing yesterday. Do, 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 do. 20 minutes? Wow. Had to go and be an adult. I see. Well, it was Mother's Day, so I was on the phone with my mom most of the day, so myself, so. Okay, does this need a shadow like on this side come with a weird thing? Normal, yeah, just a normal day. Okay. Your son's birthday is going to be next week. Cool. How old is he turning? Seven. Cool. Yeah, I need to get you to take like separate, like just pictures of your kids for me, because I still want to do that piece, and I was trying to see if I could make it work with the reference that you sent me where they're on the beach, but I think it'd be better if you could get like just a decent headshot of all of them separately, and then I could just piece it together. Have the floating heads sitting next to each other. Maybe a birthday party would be a good excuse for pictures. I think that's what my brain was thinking there. Let's see here. Your time difference. You're just gonna be like an hour ahead of me or something weird like that. You're there. Part of me that kind of like that. Be on the border of Mexico and Arizona. Wow. Crazy. Because, yeah, my brother, I think, went to Texas recently for just like last week for training for his job. And, yeah, pretty sure he was an hour ahead. I'd have to make sure though. That timing stuff. That's crazy close. Do you guys get to go across the border for any reasons? Or that would just be like... I know there's a couple places that you don't really need to even go across the border. You just go down to the border and it's basically almost the same thing. All the shops are just pulling the same commerce over the border. No, that's how it is in like Nogales.
Let me suggest something with which you may disagree violently. That at best, the products of human emotion, art, philosophy, politics, music, literature, are interpretations of the world that tell you more about the guy who's talking than about the world he's talking about. Try to find ways to translate the knowledge, to teach us to ask the right questions, and then go and ask for explanations. And if you're thinking right now, what do I ask for? Ask yourself if there's anything in your life that you want changed. That's what
Change that back to white. That helped. Quite a bit on seeing weirdness there. That's not perfectly white. Okay, turn down music a little bit. The flute is loud as fuck. Kinda want there to be more red than just on her forehead. I'm trying to think what I could do to do that. Hmm. Color her ear red. That could be interesting. Necessarily doesn't have to be the whole thing, but sorry, lost connection. No. Did I lose my chat? Let's try to reload that. How do I reload you? Hmm. Okay. Well, I got my chat on my thing. It died, but I see here it's still working on my phone. I see here. According to New Mexico. No, correction. New Mexico. Not. Okay. So it'd be New Mexico. Alright. 1 hour ahead. Okay. Parts of Texas should follow the same time zone, but interesting. No, keep trying to reload my shit. Let's actually, if I'll save this real quick. Reload. Is it gonna do it? It's gonna be kind to me. Just hoping the internet is good. Yeah. That is understandable. Hopefully it is not garbage. I don't know if I like the idea of it. I think I do. Like it full red, but then I would do a little bit of that indentation so it looks like it's pocketed there. I think I'll use a different layer real quick here and draw some kind of a shape for it though, a little bit here to fit in. Do I like that? No, not really. Let's try. Maybe just like this. Hmm. Okay, that's reasonable. Okay, I think maybe that chat on the is maybe caught up. Maybe. We can test it out real quick here. This yep, it's working. Alright. Okay, let's running there. I think this box out here a little bit more. Curl there. Shadow for a minute now. Like to eat this inner stuff. That is right now on this back side. If that have that connected piece. Yeah, I need to what do you call it? On sale. Yeah, go do. Pretty sure they are. I think it still ends tomorrow. It won't be too. I did get what is it? Um, if you do the or the Sony rewards shit, do that too if you're still there. Once, two, do that there. Spray. That's what you heard. Centimeter work. Is it is the sound glitching? Or were you AFK and didn't hear what I said? Yeah, I was asking if you do the Sony reward stuff. Sound glitching and kids. Oh, great. I dropped frames? Yeah, dropped 93 frames. Wow. Let's listen to how this is. Doesn't sound too bad. Holy shit, that's loud. Okay, we can back out. But yeah, I was asking if you do the reward stuff, the sort of purchasing Sony products or stuff online and whatnot. You end up getting points that you can put to stuff. I'm going to want to make this dark again. Not as dark, but definitely darker. Doesn't sound like it has enough mustache. Not enough mustache to it. No, there's no mustache to it. No mariachi to it. No. The reward card, I'm tempted to apply for it, but honestly, after looking into it, honestly, I have. Well, there's two different things. There's the Visa card, like reward card, and then there is like just their like it's basically like some of the other places reward card record reward systems things where just you're earning points by buying Sony products. You're just linking your like your PlayStation account and stuff like that. So, for example, I just reached enough points to get a $10 gift certificate, or basically the PlayStation store, card, and then they're sending it to me in the mail. But yeah, this is not the credit card. It's just the reward system they have. Separate thing. And it's like movies, a bunch of different things, and I think you can actually. I would assume with the movies, it's more buying stuff online, but you may be able to register via your receipts purchases like at stores and stuff like that to get points as well. But it's more, for me, it's been all online purchases of Sony stuff via connecting it to my PlayStation account. $50 got gift card for applying. Yeah, they were doing that for the credit card. Cause yeah, what is this? The separate the difference between this? Let me look this up. Sony Rewards. Sony Rewards. Sony Rewards. Take a look at this. Yeah, if you just look up Sony Rewards, it's kind of just a thing where, well, let's see here. Where does it register? Because there is Sony Rewards. Okay, this one's, is this take your points to the next level? Yeah, because there's a basic thing where they're giving you so much with the reward system, and then they're toting the next level. The reward system is you getting a credit card from them. So you earn like one when you just sign up just for the basic level thing of it. You're just earning one point every time. 1 point for every dollar you spend, I think, on PlayStation Store. So you spend $1,000, I think, on the PlayStation Store. Uh, get $10, I think is what it is. I think it's close to that. It's something really ridiculous like that, but the only thing I know is I had enough points to get something from it. So that's crazy if that's how that actually the math works with that. That's nuts. If I've done a grand in video games. Let's see here. Is that correct? Because what is it? Part of me wants to do something weird like this, though, still. Like that. No, I don't need to duplicate the layer. Just move it up. Like that. But yeah. Why did I bring that up? I know what I'm going to buy with it. I think is what I was bringing it up. That and also just the idea of if you're buying games, you might as well get the benefits of that, so you can get stuff. Because a lot of the stuff they were toting was like buying Sony movies and stuff via that. But hey, Silver, how you doing? What are you up to? Let's see here. How do I like that? It's interesting. Does it need to be thinner? Wow, that's some shady ass shit right there. Yeah. Got what? You have that much points? You actually looked up to see how many points you actually had? You've actually signed up for it? Yeah, I had like 1,800, I think, and then it's 1,000 points for the $10 um, thingy, $10 card. If that's what you're saying there too. Yes. I don't know. From what I understand, hypnosis doesn't work that way, but completely. I've wanted to learn hypnosis as well. That's one of the things that intrigued me. Especially the different types of methods that there are of it. Interesting styles of hypnosis. It's not just the one. The ones that I find the most interesting is the um, where you void people, you jerk them, it's not like the soothing hypnosis. It's you're messing with someone's OODA loop, and then you try to take them into a trance. The problem is it doesn't work with everybody. So there's a risk of it failing. Ooh, that sucks. creeper. Maybe. Maybe he did reset it. He doesn't know who you are anymore. You only want to use the universal methods? Well, if you're doing it that way, yeah. Because that's if you're applying the not remembering stuff to it. Thing is that doesn't always stay that way. But yeah, and I think there's certain types of people that are more susceptible to it and stuff like that, and all that fun stuff. But that would be fun to learn. Okay. Because usually with not remembering is you're specifically telling them not to remember. You're hypnotizing them not to remember. Do I like that? It's a little bit weird. Let's continue playing around with it, I guess. The idea. Higher, maybe? I think I need to change the shape of the brushes I'm running right now to maybe get this to go the way I want it to go. Do what it's told. To a certain degree. I know that there, like I said, there's weird things to it, but yeah. If you can get people into that right state, there's that. Thing is you, where it comes down to is there's a certain weirdness with like self-harm and kind of Manchurian candidate stuff that gets in the way with it. That makes it a little bit like it's kind of hard to hypnotize people to kill themselves or to kill other people if they themselves are not willing to do that. If they're already willing to do that, then those things are more possible kind of thing to do. But I think there's probably other methods out there that where that stuff can be a little bit more weird, like the supposed MK Ultra stuff and whatnot. So. Oh, no, Let's shrink this down. Maybe that might make it work. It's like small. Does that make it a little bit more interesting? You don't need to hypnotize me. You can just pay me money. Hypnotize me with money. I'll draw as all the Ruby Rose. Let's go back to here and then I'll zoom in. Let's see here. Because the C is how you'd get around someone like that with that statement is instead of hypnotizing me to draw Ruby Rose, because I may not be, you know, subconsciously really interested in doing that or consciously interested in doing that, so it may be harder to get me to do it. What you do is you would hypnotize the person to think that they're receiving money to do it. And thus you would get them to do what they're doing. That's how you kind of, in round-away stuff, you can do weird things to get people to do things that they're not wanting to do, which is fucked up, but by interlooping it in other things. Yeah. I trust me. Like I said, I've been interested in hypnosis. Never gotten to a situation where I've been able to execute any of it, but I feel like I need to go like to a class where we're taking turns trying to hypnotize each other. Kind of a weird thing. Don't know where it's stated. 2K? Jesus Christ. That's ridiculous. You best know how to fucking do some shit after that class. Right, there you go. There you go. Technically, if you got that far, you could probably just um, hypnotize the person uh, so they think you paid it in the first place. But yeah. Thing is a lot of that stuff is I don't know. I feel you gotta have some ethics with fucking uh, dealing with hypnosis, but and they may not teach you if that's why what your reasons to learn it. They may put you under and ask you what you're gonna use it for, and then they'll kick you out. They'll find out your truth. Damn sons of bitches. Oh, cannot do that. Turn this off. Maybe. The first one more likely than the second one. The sad thing is you may have to get her to think that you're somebody else. I feel that hypnosis is more of a kind of a fleeting thing. I guess you could get married, just like elope status, kind of a fleeting thing, but not like a um, be married, stay married. Well, the thing is how usually that stuff works is you're putting them under, and then as they are under, they can kind of you can wake them up while they're after the kind of the hypnosis kind of suggestion has been placed, and then they'll kind of use that for a while. I'm not usually you have to kind of put a failsafe or a word of releasal and that kind of stuff in. It usually seems like That's where the whole when I snap my fingers or blow a whistle, you'll go, this will happen and that will happen. But there's also a lot of repetition and repeating stuff on on one of the styles. I don't know about some of the other ones, if they're all heavily based on the repeating a thing, trying to pull people under. Let's see here, because the thing is with that, what it would be, you would have to probably do just multiple layers of simple things. If you were to go about that way, I feel it would be like stuff that could potentially lead to marriage is what it would be, not the legitimate complete thing of it, like getting someone to feel good when you're around, kind of a thing, to have positive thoughts when you're around, to be happy, and thus would lead to more of a closer relationship, which could lead to the possibility of that kind of a situation. But yet again, I say that's fucked up, because a lot of this shit is just mind rape. it's not cool. Yeah, basically. Yeah, my thing with all that stuff, the biggest thing that I've always in thinking about, I don't even know what would be a good word to use for hypnosis stuff. The closest thing that I've actually thought of is not necessarily a word I say, it's a word that they say. So would be a key thing to certain stuff. So, which is kind of interesting. I don't know how. I can't remember exactly how I theorized that would completely function, but especially if it's the word is foreign enough. But yeah, for stuff. Yeah, phrases seems to be the most thing. That, or just like passwords for like spy stuff would make more sense, where and a lot of this stuff would be good. Obviously, in my mind is you would want, in my head, you would want the permission of the person within that stuff, because I think it'd work better. But the have them have a conscious intent of what is happening or trying to have happen. The with what you're trying to do, your sneaky shit is just some kinky weird shit. But but The what do you call it? I'm trying to think what it's called. What am I talking about? So, um, having where you say something and then they say something back, basically, and then you say something. So it's a dual thing. So one thing, when someone says something to them, then they'll reply with a cork. Is what it would be. So if someone else accidentally says the sentence and they would hear that sentence, then they would say something about it. They would say a jest or have a comment on it, and then they would sit there after that and wait for a reply. The thing is the reply then would be what do you call it? Be there, sitting waiting, but no one else would actually say the right reply after that. It'd be very hard for someone to accidentally say the right thing and the second right answer to it. It'd be almost nearly impossible. So it'd be two layers with a rebuttal from the person. So they have to hear themselves say something and also a second thing after that. How is how how is this kinky? uh, just the what is it? The idea of manipulating someone and whatnot is via that. I think it gets in that realm in my head, but maybe it's just me. I think it's power trip, being able to manipulate another person and whatnot. So it kind of gets in that um, what is it? S&M kind of a weird vibe. And a lot of that stuff and whatnot doesn't necessarily needs to be purely sexual in nature. It's just the idea of having power over someone is a kink. I think I defined kink and kinky a little bit different, so there's nuances. Usually, kinky is more heavily sexualized. Kink is something that is um, a little bit that way, but it's a little bit not, if that makes any sense. Where it's like more of it can be, it would be, instead of it sexualizing a thing, it's a sexualized thing, kind of a thing. It's the other way around. Like your brain orgasm, thought orgasm, or like food orgasm kind of a thing, where you're like, it tastes good and you're having similar like weird tingliness to it, but it's not, you're not engaging in a crossing that whole sexual mindset with it. It's using different parts of the body or different mind thought process and stuff like that. So if that makes any sense. It sounded very confusing to me. Me trying to explain that. Best one would be food in my mind. Is people can be aroused by food, not in the not like sexually aroused, just like food aroused. Like they'll salivate, they'll their brain and endorphins will go off. It brings a sense of lust and pleasure to the person, but it's not, you're not getting an erection or having an orgasm, but it's in that same mindset. And that's what I would consider kink about that. And same thing with the hypnosis thing, is power over someone else is a kink. And it's also kinky. It's both. So I put a red ball in my hand. Tell them that for the next 5 minutes, the red ball is in my hand. Will disappear. If they couldn't see it, I'd know it works. This video on Twitter. She shit a strawberry. What? On Twitter? That shit was on Twitter? Are you thinking about Tumblr here? I'll send it to you. Oh my god. Shut up, Ash. You'll like it. So, from what I'm understanding right now, this person stuffed strawberries up their bottom and pushed them out like anal beads. Is this what's going on? Or am I misinterpreting what you're saying? Oh god. In case you missed it, no, that's is not it. What is it? Is that? What am I doing here? That sucks. Apparently so does Snake died, I think. The voice actor. That's sad. That's sad. Let's see, what is this? May be sensitive? What? Holy shit. Video pop up and it'll be Wow. Whatever makes you happy, that's awesome, but that's gross. My brain is not has not crossed that barrier to make that cool. As of the other stuff that you enjoy, and then you start getting into that weird shit. Definitely not at that level. That or you have your wires crossed where that's just like for some reason that works for you. Which I think that's cool just because, honoring your experience. If that's what makes you happy, then do it, dude. And dudettes and other. Other things, yes. This is true. It could be worse. It could be worse. It could be a scat video instead of a strawberry video. But yeah, I don't get the food stuff. The food stuff freaks me out. I get weird when I stumble across that shit and stuff. Is like, nope, nope, nope. What are you doing with those eggs? No, stop. Stop it with the eggs. That's gross. Next, please. I'm out. I'm out. Fuck that shit. Food porn is pukes. Ugh. Yeah, yeah. I don't care for it. I think there can be build up for that shit that it's okay, but not full content. It's just no. No, 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 no. Right when they actually, you know, environment, kitchen, maybe the story around why being is okay. The moment they actually add food, like, oh, Yeah. I like my food to be have a kinky. But I could see how you could have it crossover. Um, the thing is I feel like there's the the strawberry thing. I know there's like eating strawberries kind of a thing where it's not you're not using it as a weird thing. Completely that can be I guess a thing a little bit, but and then there's I don't know. There's the whipped cream kind of idea, but I don't know. Think that's weird. Whipped cream idea is weird a little bit. That one's I feel like the gateway drug to that stuff because I think I could possibly get my head away around that a little bit, but I don't know. I think it's that's still just like dirty mess. But yeah, whipped cream is the gateway drug to food porn. Whipped cream and strawberries, and it's because just like movies and shit. It's like that's that's the main thing that you're supposed to want. The propaganda is real. Yes, chocolate would be another one. I don't care for chocolate, so it's further away from that. I think probably I would be instead of the whipped cream, it'd probably be like vanilla ice cream would be more true to my mind would be more of a thing because I think there's the fact that with the whipped cream and stuff it being a not looking like shit or weird mixed colors or anything like that may be a fine thing. I think I would if you had like dark anything with that, I think that my brain would get weird with that. Um, it definitely have to be rainbow colored shit or like vanilla. So my brain is not associating it, but then there's weird associations with the white that could happen though too. We could crisscross concepts, which could be a little bit weird. Which anime does a lot, and they do a lot of cream and milk and popsicles, or specifically hentai. Yeah, chocolate would be a little bit weird, just because it's if it got in places, it'd get weird. Ew, you watch hentai? Do you not like hentai, Silver? I feel like that is the easiest way to introduce yourself into more weirder shit without actually um, watching the weird shit or getting yourself into weirder shit is hentai, because it places it in a safe zone. Just like my brain can deal with gore better in comic book form and cartoon form than it can in like you know, slasher or, you know, mock up of stuff. So same thing with that. I could uh, cope with what was happening and then actually build a what is it, a curiosity about a thing, and then actually go look at how that would actually happen in real life, and if it's is interesting or intriguing as it was when I saw it in the cartoon form. Nothing can beat the real people. I don't know. I don't know. There's some stuff you cannot do with real people, and that's what makes that medium cool. It's just that the fantasy side of it is really cool. But if it's not your thing, it's not your thing. But I would say maybe you haven't seen the right kind, because I feel that that's the statement about video games. That's the statement about anime. That's the statement about what else is there that's kind of that comic books. I feel like there's always something out there for someone. They can't. There's no way that you can hate the whole of the that genre, that thing. There's got to be at least one thing of it that you'd be like, oh damn, okay, that's cool. That I like. Everything else is shit, but that is cool. It's all about finding it, though. Okay, yeah, yeah. It's there's certain types of um, Asian types that I like, but everything has like this weird little diversity of stuff, and I don't even know what it would be necessarily. I don't have enough vested time having the what is it, a vernacular I like or am into. It's a little bit more on the kawaii side of things, though. I tend to I like stuff that's cute more than I do that stuff that's sexy. Thing is my definition of cute is probably a little bit different than other people to a certain degree, though. Which is always a thing. Everyone speaks their own language, even though we're speaking the same language. My intent behind my words are not necessarily what everyone else is understanding. So Lady that played the ghost in the show, yum. She also plays what is it? Scarlet Witch. Scarlett Johansson, I think, is not Scarlet Witch. I'm sorry, Black Widow. I was confusing those two. That makes sense. Yeah, Scarlett Johansson. Yeah, there's something about her. I agree. She's, but it depends on how she's what role she's playing and stuff like that. Sometimes it's like she'll do certain thing. Not right now. You're not doing it for me right now. Have you seen Lucy? The movie Lucy? Silver? Okay, where would I want this? Thank you. Do you have it? Well, she's in that. It's basically about her getting like superpowers. Is the main thing and what she does with it. Her experience of getting weird, crazy powers. It's cool. I don't know if you would enjoy it, but I fucking love that movie. It's a movie that I still need to buy, but one of these days I will have my hands on it. I don't buy DVDs and stuff too often anymore, but there's a couple of them out there that I need to get. I need to get that. I need to get Deadpool still, which is surprising that I don't have that one yet. I need to get one that I just watched recently, Arrival. Yeah. Still haven't seen, what is it, Ghost in the Shell yet, though. Have you seen it? I'm assuming you have, or maybe you're just going gaga over like the trailer shit. Are you into the tight spandexy weird, not weird, what is it, latexy stuff, Silver? Or is there, or is it her hair that got you? You like that short bob hair cut that she's got going in there? Because I tend to like that shorter bob cut slash. Um, there's a couple other weird short styles that I think are interesting. That what is it? I'm aware that I like, but it's like a involuntary reaction. It's not like I'm out seeking it out. It's just that I know that when I see it, I like it. It appeals to me. I don't have the context why, but it's something that I enjoy. Which is cool. I think it's always awesome discovering little things that you like, finding out new things about yourself like that. When you come across things like, whoa, this is cool. I didn't know that I liked this. It's usually when you see something that you've never seen before and stuff like that. You haven't ever confronted a situation or whatever, so you don't have any reference on it, so you can surprise yourself. Yeah, yes you have. It was pretty good. It wasn't as great as thought it would be. Most of my expectations were met. Okay. Give it a C+. Okay. Cool. It'll be nice when I finally get around to actually seeing that. I don't know when that will happen. I probably end up waiting clear till it comes out for video on Netflix to watch it, most likely. Yeah, I think that movie, from what I understand, I haven't seen it yet, but it's a combination of two storylines. The Ghost in the Shell movie that is really good, which I'd recommend probably you watching, and then if you haven't seen it, and then also the I think Standalone Complex is the other one, if I remember correctly, which I think is on Netflix. Um, so they interwove them together. So because the Standalone Complex gave more of an ending, and the first movie was more like an introduction of this cool character. Huh, interesting. The anime was incorporated into it as well. Huh. Yeah, I know one of the things that's tricky with that, contextually, I would agree with that. The only tricky bit is a lot of the anime style, even though they intellectually or like the background on the character says that they're this ethnicity or whatever, that a lot of the anime is appears to be ambiguous in nature. It's like it's not really set on a specific thing. There's certain types of anime style that actually they draw the characters and they do look ethnically like whatever they're trying to depict. But um, some of them it's not, and I think there's a little bit weirdness with that. The other thing is um, I feel like it seems like Western stuff they just do that. They find someone that is um, popular and uh, m- can fit the role, but that is seems to be a little bit more on uh, the how would I say this? Saw what is it? Trying to figure out a word here. Said to be declared. Um, Identified. Yeah, is widely identified as Caucasian. Is what it is. Widely identified as Caucasian. Yeah. Or if you were to ask most people within in the Western culture, they would identify that person as that, even though that they may or may not be. So, because it's as time is going along, we are those lines are blurring, and we are becoming more and more um, a diverse thing with our what do you call it? Man, I'm getting distracted right now by this picture. Uh, our ethnicities are getting really diverse right now because everybody's breeding with everyone else, which is what's supposed to happen. The diversity is good. It's how it makes super babies. Be right back, food. Tell the difference. What I have over here. Should throw something like that there. And throw something more like that there. Maybe something like that there. Mm-mm-mm. That's interesting. Abstract thought, but I'm curious when Silver left the chat and when I being able to speak. To speak correctly or finding my words. Wonder what you could do with that as a core concept for some kind of a story. That idea intrigues me. Because what it reminds me of is, depending on if I'm around certain people, it seems like I have more to say, or that I am more diverse, or, oh, if I can even say this word right now, elegant with my word usage. And I can find my intent and stuff on things a little bit easier, which is get to the point quicker. I know I feel like that way a little bit when I'm at a certain level of drunkenness or tipsiness. I feel that I talk better. But then there's the downside on that as well. There's a point where I become scatterbrained and forgetful. I don't know if I want shadow out here though. Okay, I'm gonna check on my timing here. I may go. We can actually call it. So I am hungry. And then I'll see. I'll probably come back on while playing games. See here, uptime. 2 hours, 30 minutes. That's good. Know that there is a potential of me doing a couple other things, but I think I delved into this a little bit longer than I thought I would. Fit on screen. Let's pull you out here. Real quick, and then we'll save as a we may get caught up in trying to fix some of this stuff real quick here. Really need to do prints of these guys. definitely need to be fixed. Now we'll do that again. Canvas size. No. Image size. What did I call her? Hmm. She may actually still be here, so. I want to say it's gaze. That's what I titled this. Gaze. Okay, that should be it. Let's shut you down. And we'll move over to here. Let's